Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was literally just going through math problems and my whole screen went black. And I was like, ah! So I'm not restarting. We're just picking up where we left off. Okay, so I think we were dividing here. We were taking 12.48 and dividing it by 4. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Bring my decimal up. 4 goes into 48 12 times. So then n is equal to 3.12. Okay, which if you wanted to plug in 3.12 times 4 and multiply it and you'd get 4.48. Sorry, I changed that. Okay, so these two were kind of challenged. So I'm kind of curious to see how many of you got this. Maybe after this video, you can let me know how you did on 3 and 4. So this one had the distributive property first. So this is not a one-step equation. This is a multi-step equation. Because the first thing you have to do is multiply your 4 by the n and your 4 by the 5. Each thing inside the parentheses needs to be multiplied. This is a distributive property. So 4 times n is 4n. 4 times 5 is 20. I keep the same addition sign. And then it's equal 32. Okay, this is like a 3 or 4 step equation, guys. This is where algebra gets fun. So now I still need to get n by itself. The goal is still always to isolate the variable. Isolate the variable. Okay, we're all really good at isolation now, so maybe this will stick. So the first thing I want to do is actually, before I mess with doing any division, I want to move this 20 and get all the numbers on this side. So I'm going to, since I have a positive 20, I'm going to subtract 20 from this side. Imagine if this was just my scale balance. I just took 20 off of this side and 20 on the other side to keep it balanced. Or I subtracted 20 from both sides, not put it, sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 20 from both sides. And I'm going to use my lines that just are my equation lines that show me I'm putting a solution underneath. I'm going to go ahead and carry down my 4n. These cancel each other out. I don't need to put a 0 there. When I subtract 20 from 32, I get 12. Now I have 4n equals 12. And this is 4 times n. So it's a multiplication problem. So I'm going to put my division bar. Again, don't put another line. Don't put a division sign. Just a division bar. Y'all can do this. I know you guys can show me your algebra skills, man. Don't be putting all these elementary school math symbols in there when we don't need them. Okay, we don't need it. We're going to divide both sides by 4. These become 1, so they cancel. We say cancel each other out. So then the only thing I bring down here is my n and my 3, which would make sense because if I go back here and plug in a 3, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32, so I can check my answer. Okay, this one is very similar. You just didn't have to do distributive property first. This one's multi-step as well. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and combine my like terms, which is my positive 5 and my negative 2. There's a couple of different ways you could have done this, but let's just see how you did. So when I combine these two together, I get a positive 3 equals 17. Then I'm going to subtract my 3 from both sides so that my 3 quote unquote goes away, right? These are a 0 pair. 17 minus 3 is 14. So does that make sense? If I go back here and put a 14, 14 plus 5 is 19, minus 2 is 17. And there's your answer. So I love the multi-step equations. They get super fun. So this is why you've got to learn to like write it below properly with the proper lines and the proper crossing things out, because this is just simple 2 and 3 steps, but it gets kind of crazy. You're going to love it. Last one. I threw a fraction in there because, why not? Okay, this is 2/3 times n. So I'm going to divide by 2/3. Okay, now this time I'm going to go ahead and put a division line here. Just remember that this is a division line. If it messes you up, you can put a little division sign here. And the only reason I say that is because there's a fraction here and that could mess you up. So these are still going to be 2/3 over 2/3. Still can't, you could change it to 0.66 if you wanted to use decimals. It doesn't matter, but I would leave it as fractions for now. So now I have n equals, and I'm just going to kind of rewrite this, 6 divided by 2/3. This time I'm going to rewrite it because when you're dividing a whole number by a fraction, writing it like a fraction is really not going to help you, because now I need to remember keep, change, flip, right? And when I multiply across here, I could simplify before I multiply, but I'm going to just It's simple multiplication. So 6 times 3 is 18 divided by 2. So then it equals 9. And then if you actually go back and solve this and do 2/3 times 9, see if does that equal 6? Well, if I simplify this and simplify this, yes, 2 times 3 is 6. So it actually checks out. So hopefully these were a bit challenging for you, but kind of fun as well. And we will talk about more like these today in class. So be ready when you come to class, have your math book out, okay, and have your math spiral. And yes, have a pencil. Somebody actually asked me that last time. Be ready to work. All right. See you guys in a few. Bye.